Another day, another time working on this rascal here. Got a friend of mine by the name of Mel let me borrow his check 'em up tool. I don't know what they call these. They're a dial indicator of sorts. Anyway, you can put these down and into the cylinder and see what's going on. And this guy I've already kind of set up, and he is measuring. I thought it was about maybe 40 thousandths over, but let's see what shows up here. Sorry for the camera work. Dial indicator right there. Show me 3.927, 3.927. So we will put that guy down here, 3.927 for cylinder 1. And from spec, that is 25 plus 29, that's 44 over. Yeah, 4 thousandths. We can live with 4 thousandths. And that's what we will do. So that's cylinder 1. Let's go check cylinder number 2. Actually, I'll go ahead and put you all into fast mode, and we'll do all of them. So it looks like we are right at about 40, forget what it's supposed to be, 3.975 I believe, yeah, 3.875. So it's 25 thousandths plus 30 thousandths. We're about 50 to 57 thousandths over. So I got 40 over rings coming. We're gonna put it in it. We'll see what this thing does. You know, it's just a soft motor, but yeah, we got it all in there, and right at 3.932. So it's not quite 60 thousandths, so it had to be a 40 over poke on it, and it just wore a little bit more. Dan and I are gonna put the ridge reamer in it and take off these ridge reams on the top later this week after we break this thing down a little bit farther and do that. And we'll continue on. We're trying to make a motor out of parts. Wanted to kind of go over oil distribution in motors like these, and what I found, and I will try to insert a picture of online, was a illustration that shows where everything is circulated on these motors. And again, I'll try to insert that picture into the video so that you can see what I'm talking about. But from the pump, it actually feeds about 3 different areas. There are manifolds of oil that's forced up from the pump, goes through the filter and out the filter up into the motor. And there's 3 little passages in here, let's call them. And down in the lifters themselves, the way they get pressured up hydraulically is this little recess area is right in the area where this is going up and down, where that passageway comes through. And you can see there's a little hole on the side, and that, you know, forces oil into the lifter itself. And then comes up, you see there's a little hole in the center there, goes up through the lifter and then bathes the top in the valve train area on the overhead valves. So yeah, there's a passageway that comes up through the back of the motor somewhere. I looked in here, couldn't find the bosses, but wherever you see these little, in some cases they're freeze plugs, in this case they are actually turn screws back there. That's the indicating where you can actually go in and clean these things out, I suppose, if you ever have a clogged oil passageway, or at that point you're going to have a failed motor. So I don't know why those are there, other than maybe through manufacturing ease. But yeah, there's a passageway through there. There's a passageway on that side, obviously. And then this one here actually feeds down in 4 locations where it hits the bearing surfaces of the cam, and then makes its way down to the crankshaft as well. And the crankshaft has holes in from side to side, so that's how you get the oil forced not only past the mains and the bearings of the crank, but through the crank to lubricate all of the piston journals, and then drops down into the bottom and becomes part of that. Oh, and one of the things that we will do when after we break this motor down is we'll take these. There's 2 on each side of these return holes. I thought there was 2 over there. I guess not. There's only 3 in the whole valley. 1, 2, 3. Then you got a couple back here where they got some flashing from the casting that's coming out, that we might try to grind those out a little bit bigger. But we're going to grind those out to where any oil that comes in the valley down here makes its way easily down to the bottom. So, you know, it helps with the circulation of the oil through the motor a little bit better. So from pump, through filter, up top, there's 3 of these guys here. 2 of them feed your valve train and comes up top through the push rods. You have 4 runs that go down and hit the bearing journals of both the mains, and then the crank itself has holes that gets to the piston journals, and then everything just falls down to the bottom, gets recirced, refiltered, and circulated back through in those passages. So again, I'll put a graphic in there so you can see it, and that'll help explain how these motors actually were designed to get properly lubricated. Thanks again, folks. Talk at you later. We'll get this one out soon. Bye now.